Hey guys, I'm out here in Hunter Point South today. This is the very west end of Long Island, which is where I grew up and where I'm from. So I thought this would be a great spot to not only talk about what I have left to prepare for my thru hike, which is I'm officially taking off full time in 17 days. So just a little bit over 2 weeks, kind of crazy to think about. But also to share with you guys, because this is actually one of the newer parks in New York, and it's gorgeous. Take a look at that view. And also, it's got the old shipping ports here, so you can see some of the history here in Long Island. They have some old train tracks over there, so when they would take cargo off from boats, they would load it onto the train and then ship it right into Long Island. So really cool. I'm actually a history major, or I graduated with my history degree in 2013, so a little bit of a history nerd and love coming to spots where I can learn more about my home and the background and just everything about the history of it. So, well, we're 17 days away from me taking off from where I left off in North Carolina. I have a few things I still need to take care of before heading out. I am currently working on my resupply boxes. I am gluten-free, so I'm going to be including dehydrated meals from Packet Gourmet, as well as dehydrated meals from Mountain House that I've tried, and they taste good, and I have no issues with my stomach or health, or no nausea or heartburn or anything like that. I also unfortunately suffer from IBS, so just have to be really careful with the things that I'm putting inside my body so that I can continue to have a good hike without having to stop into town constantly feeling ill and stuff like that. So outside of my mail drop boxes, I am also going to be experimenting with rice and beans. I need to put them into a Ziploc bag for 6 to 7 hours and see if it's gonna, soften it up a little bit, so that once I get into camp after hiking all day, just go ahead and cook it in the jet boil. Easy stuff, and it won't have to take as long to boil since it will have been soaking all day. I have been told by a few hikers that this does not work. I've been told by a few that it does work, so I just have to try it out for myself and see if it's maybe a brand thing, or just possibly not soaking it long enough. And I will be soaking it in cold water, since that's what I will have available to me in the mornings. I also have to do a little bit of research and find a better battery pack. I am actually currently using mine, and I do love it. It's a My Charge. I picked it up from Kohl's for $30 about a year ago. I only get about 2.5 full charges from it, and I have an iPhone 6s, so it's not the new iPhone 7. I know that takes a little bit more juice than mine does, but I'm gonna need something that's gonna last me at least 4 charges. So I posted on Reddit to get some ideas, and I've asked around to a couple other people that I've hiked with to see what they're using and what works for them. And it seems that the Anchor is very popular for thru hikers. So I've got the Anchor 10,050 in my shopping cart right now, but I was also looking at the Anchor 1300 because it's about the same weight and you actually get 4.5 charges, whereas in the 150 Anchor you only get 3.5 charges. So it's really going to make a difference getting that extra charge when I'm only going to be stopping to shower and resupply in town every 5 days or so. So that'll definitely be something that I'm willing to give up a little bit of weight for, or add a little bit of weight for, so that I can be able to use my phone in case of any emergencies. But also I have Gut Hooks, and it's a really great app. So if you haven't looked into Gut Hooks, it's definitely worth purchasing the entire trail. And then also I use my phone for my camera, as you guys have seen from my other videos probably. A couple other things I need to take care of before heading out is I really need to nail down my clothing. I have some pretty great Columbia thermals, got some good pants going into the winter. Being that we just got 6 inches in the Smokies this past Monday, I am really nervous that it's gonna snow while I'm out there. So just wanna be super prepared. If I'm not using it, I can always send it home to save on weight. And then I also have to nail down my summer clothes, because I'm hoping I won't have to take another break off the trail to figure that out, and just have that sent to me in one of my mail drops. And then I did a couple things this week to make sure that the items that I ordered are going to be here on time. I was not having any luck with the customer service from Z-Packs, and it makes me really sad to say that. It's really windy. It makes me really sad to say that, because I am ready to jump to the ultralight boat or wagon, I guess. And I've just heard really great thing about Z-Packs from other people who've been using their backpacks for a while, and other products that they provide. And I'm a customer service girl all the way. So the fact that it took a couple emails before they replied back to me, maybe they can save themselves with the quality of their products. They will be upgrading my shipping for free due to the slow response time on their end. So I do appreciate that. Very, very thankful for that, because it's a big order and I'm gonna need everything that I ordered before I leave. So it'll be here in time, hopefully. And then I did order a quilt, a down quilt, from a small mom and pop shop based off in Michigan, I believe. It's called Underground Quilts. I've spoke to the owner, Paul, a couple times, and he said that my quilt will be going into production this coming Monday, and it should ship out on Tuesday. So that's really great. Another hiker that I've been hiking with, she's taking off on her through hike. She ordered from them as well, and she said that it shipped really, really quick. She got it the same week that they shipped it out. So that's good news, because I'm getting a little antsy. I'm definitely going to need that quilt. Right now I have a Mountain Hardwear 34-degree bag, and it has proven to not be warm enough. I am starting to get used to the mummy shape, but it's just not a warm enough bag for especially the Smokies and going out there longer than just a couple nights. So I won't really be able to rely on hand warmers like I have been a little bit. But the new quilt, it's a down quilt, so I'm going from synthetic to down, and it is a 10-degree quilt. I got it overstuffed, 1 ounce overstuffed with down feather, and I also paid a little extra to get a draft collar, which I was misinformed as to what that was. I thought it was going to be adding something that I could like string it down on me and keep my head warm, but it's actually just a little bit extra down up in that top neck area to keep the I'm tearing up because it's so cold to keep the warmth within the quilt. It is a quilt that is not a sewn-in foot box, so I will be able to completely open up the quilt and use it as a blanket. So that was my initial need for it, because I'm not really comfortable in the constricted mummy bags. But also, once summer rolls around, I will be able to open that bad boy up and either sleep on top of it in a liner or just sleep right underneath it and be nice and warm, but also not too hot. So super excited for those things to be coming in. And I think that's it. It's just Z-Packs and Underground Quilt that I'm waiting on my last few shipments on. I do need to put in a pretty big order with Packet Gourmet. And I will be discussing more about my food and what I'll be doing for resupply and mail drop in another video, so I can show you guys the actual meals that I am going to be working with. Well, thanks so much for watching again, you guys. I hope that you are enjoying the view. The sun is now setting, so you can really see how gorgeous it is. I'm gonna get a better shot for you guys. So that's New York City, if you're not familiar with this area. I'm currently sitting on Long Island, but just right across from the city where I've been staying this week. So yeah, we'll be back in Georgia tomorrow night. Bye! Okay, remember when I said I'm a mess? So I'm back. I realized I made a couple mistakes in the previous video. The anchor that I'm looking at is the 13,000. Anchor 13,000, not 1,300. Obviously 1,300 probably would not be enough charges at all. Wouldn't be strong enough for more than one charge. And also I am a little bit behind the times, so I am aware that the new iPhone is the X and not the 7. I said the 7 because the reviews I've been reading about the Anchor chargers only include up until the 7. They do work for the 8 and the X. I'm just saying that the specifications only show how many charges it will charge for the 6S and the 7. So sorry about those little mistakes, and I will see you guys later. I just really wanted to share with you guys before signing off, my absolute favorite part about growing up in New York were the bridges. So before it gets any darker, I wanted to come and get a really pretty shot right here so you guys can see the background here. Right there. They're gorgeous. I mean, when you drive through them, you get beautiful views of the city, but also at night they have these really, really pretty lights light up the entire bridge, and it's just really gorgeous. It's just my favorite part about New York, so I wanted to share that with you guys, and then also give you guys just one last little shot of New York City from Long Island. All right, I'll really see you guys later this time. Bye.